Hello everyone, what's up? It's me again, Junkmaster3. And first of all, I'm sorry that this video is like really late. I should have done this like in the beginning of the month. And yeah, and also sorry for the stupid or weird camera angle, but this is the best I could do at the moment. So yeah, this is going to be the top 5 of the month for the month of June. The 5 best movies that I've seen, and all of you that have seen these type of videos before, is that to get on the top 5 list, there's basically movies that I've never seen before that I've seen for the very first time that I really enjoyed. So yeah, let's begin right away. The first movie I actually do have, but I have it in like a DVD box set along with a lot of his other movies, and it's an Alfred Hitchcock movie called Sabotage from 1936. The reason why this isn't higher on the list is because I felt that it was a little bit muddled and a little bit hard to follow at parts, and maybe it's just me that I'm stupid or don't understand it, so I might have to rewatch it again. But now that sounds like I didn't care for the movie, but I think the movie itself is great, and the acting is great as usual in Hitchcock's movies. So yeah, Sabotage at number 5, and at number 4. Now some people would probably react like really strong on this, because people would say, "Oh, this movie is crap. How could you rank this over a Hitchcock movie?" But I don't know. I really enjoy this because yeah, I had no bigger. I did not think I would like this movie as much as I did, because this is a sequel to a movie which is really popular, and that movie I've only seen one time, and I thought it was okay. I did not think it was as good as so many people other thought. But this is The Descent Part 2. Now this movie, I think I liked this movie because it felt like it had some similarities with The Hills Have Eyes, because of all these mutants in it. Because I mean, basically, if you've seen the first movie, there's nothing really here to spoil. It's basically just one of the main characters who returns to this cave to look for her friends who got stuck in there in the first movie. Now that's maybe some spoiler alert for some of you that haven't seen the first one, but I just can't like don't mention the first one without allowed to like discuss this movie. But yeah, I really liked these monsters in this movie, and I think some of the gore and the blood effects in this were really entertaining. Um, yeah, I like this one really much, and I do not really understand why so many people tend to hate it. Maybe I need to rewatch the first one again, since it was quite a long time since I saw it. So, but yeah, The Descent at number 4. Then we have a movie which I don't even have on DVD. I watched it in the middle of the night on TV, and that movie is Evil Dead, the remake. Um, Once again, this is one of those that really shocked me, because I did not have that high expectations for it, because I'm a big fan of the original 3 movies: Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2, and Army of Darkness. Um, the thing is, once again, this is one movie which has really strong blood and gore effects. The only thing which I did not care for in the movie was probably not the actors, but the characters. I don't think the characters were that likable. I mean, in the first movie, I mean the original, I think every character in that one is really likable in their own particular way. And yeah, I would say, I think I've probably said this before. I mean, if you're a big fan of the Evil Dead, I mean, it feels like the first movie in that series is like, the most people who tend to like part 1 the most are the people who love horror movies the most, and people who love the second one the most is probably the ones that like horror comedies the most, and people who like Army of Darkness the most likes adventure movies. That sounds maybe a little bit cheesy to say, but that's just what it feels like. Now I don't really know why I'm talking about the original trilogy that much, but yeah, the remake is really cool, and I think, like I said, the blood and gore effects were really spectacular in my opinion. And yeah, the only thing I did not like about it was the characters. The rest I thought was great. And then at number 2 is another Hitchcock movie. I've actually watched quite a few Hitchcock movies in the recent like weeks and days. And that movie is called Young and Innocent, which was made in 1937 or was released in 1937. Once again, I really love these Hitchcock movies that are like basically surrounds a person that are on the chase. Like the authorities are like chasing a guy through the land because he has done something or he's been accused of something that he hasn't done. And I love those type of movies when there's an innocent man and people are like chasing him, and he take like refugee like in an old barn and everything like that. I mean, that's a little bit spoiler maybe, but yeah, I really love these type of Hitchcock movies, if you get what I mean. And this one was really funny at times, and sometimes when I say that in that serious type of like state or in that serious type of movie with that plot, like he can't be caught because then they would accuse him of this and this and this, and he is really innocent, or the viewer knows he's innocent. And yeah, sorry for the stupid phone. Now I completely lost track. Damn it. Now let's see here. What was I saying? I really love that concept that I mean, even though this movie had a comedy, it didn't take over the movie. I mean, the comedy parts or the funny dialogue, it wasn't like put in there like just to make you laugh like all the time, like, oh, that's so funny. It was really charming in a way, and really funny as well, and it didn't take the overhand of the movie. I mean, the movie still have that type of plot. Now it feels like I've been talking way too long about this movie, so I'm just going to move on with number 1, and that is a movie which completely blew me away, and it is Once Upon a Time in the West. This has to be one of the best Western movies out there. And now that sounds a little bit cheesy because I haven't seen that many Western movies, but some of those that I can come up with right from my head is A Fistful of Dollars, For a Few Dollars More, The Good and the Bad and the Ugly, which is also directed by the same guy who made this, Sergio Leone. I'm not really sure how to pronounce his name, but so yeah, and this one, and Young Guns 1 and 2, and Django, the original. Those are the best Western movies that I've seen so far. And there's another one with Charles Bronson called... Charles Bronson is also in this movie, by the way. Another movie called Shadows Island or something, where Bronson plays like an Indian or something. That movie is also very entertaining. But yeah, in this movie, Charles Bronson plays like a guy who's basically known as harmonica because he always plays on it with like a special type of theme, which basically runs throughout the movie. Some people might think it gets a little bit irritating after a while, but I mean, I think it's more iconic than anything else. Now, I don't really want to say that much about this movie because I think the lesser you know about this movie, the more you will enjoy this movie. And I think probably most of you have already seen this movie, so I don't want to say that much more about it. So yeah, but the Once Upon a Time in the West, one of the best westerns that I've seen. And if you're a fan of any of Leone's other Western movies and haven't seen this one, you really need to check this one out. This is a great Western movie, and the soundtrack is really spectacular as well. And I just thought about that throughout the whole movie, that it's such bad damn shame that they don't make these type of really amazing soundtracks anymore, because they tend to blend into one big mess, the newer soundtracks. At least that's just my opinion. Now, I don't say that every single new soundtrack is like that, but most of them are. Yeah, Once Upon a Time in the West, really recommended if you would like Western movies, so yeah, check it out. Now, sorry for like speaking for almost 10 minutes about this video, but that's just how it goes sometimes when you're really interested or want to talk about the movies. So yeah, the next video is probably going to be a big update video. Maybe I'm going to upload like maybe 2 or 3 update videos in a row, because I've bought quite many movies lately, which I haven't seen, unfortunately, because the weather's been really hot outside, and you really need to prioritize that. And now my voice is fucking, yeah, making me mad. So yeah, I'm just going to try to end the video, and I'm probably also going to try to make some horror review video in the near future, because that was maybe 2 or 3 months ago since I made one. So yeah, hope you enjoyed and didn't get bored, and hope to see you again as soon as possible. So see you next time. Bye bye.